Hi guys, welcome to Freaking Jeep. My name is Frozen John. It's 30, I think it's 36 degrees out here. They said with the wind chill, I don't think there is any wind chill. So it's a solid 36. There is a little bit of a breeze, but not much. But they said it's 25 with the wind thing. I'm trying to get some stuff done. I did do my run up to Pennsylvania this morning and got my corn-free gas. And and I went by the John Deere dealership yesterday and got some of the parts. They didn't have everything I wanted, but they had enough to get me going. There's one guy that watches me all the time. Sorry, I don't remember your name, but you know who you are. That gave me it was AM something 51 part number for the stuff that I got down at Deere, but you could buy it off Amazon. But when is all I really needed was that hose. I'll show you. I'll show you now. Anyhow, if you're new here, you kind of get the view of whatever I'm doing at the time I'm doing it. This was one half of the part that went into the gas tank over here, and I pulled that out, and there was no line on it. This is what the line is. So they had a piece here. I said, just give me the whole piece, and it looks like I can cut that in half and have it work. Then I bought 2 gas filters for it. In case there's any more sludge in there, it should get picked up by the gas filter. This is the part that was dirty and I couldn't blow through, but the dealership is close to Jeff's house, so I stopped by Jeff's house and he had some carburetor cleaner and just blew it out in a warm area. So I'm going to attempt to put this in here, and I guess whatever happens. I did I had a bigger mirror, but I couldn't get down in there with it, and this one's too small, couldn't see anything. I shined a light down in there. It doesn't really look too awfully bad in there, but you know, chances are it's worse than you can see. This is a vent or some kind of plug. This is kind of stupid because this is a higher spot, so why would they? That doesn't make any sense to me, but you know me, I don't know nothing. Some of these gas tanks have double outlets, but I think the double outlets are down here because I've been looking at a lot of them on thing. So what I got to hit with here, okay, this is where I'm at. This is I guess the lowest sump for everything. So that's what I got to hit to, and basically it's let's see, up here is where the thing is. So I just got to get down to here. So I think if I cut this tube in half, which I think it's about 12 inches long. I can't measure it. The thing is, I don't know whether it's a combination of it's cold and I'm cold. Okay, it is a 12-inch piece, so I'm going to cut it at 6 inches. And then I'll have a spare that I'll probably never be able to find if I ever need it again. Oh man, these scissors don't want to do what that is, and then the end of the little strainer just fell on my foot. I felt it. It's not too far away. Oh lordy. And I got a little bit of Earl to put on this thing. Hope you guys are still there. Yeah, that should easily get over to where that sump is, and then it should probably relax, and I imagine it'll get a little more flexible. I keep watching to see if you're in there. So if I put some oil on this, even the oil's cold. I'm squeezing like heck. Look at the oil, it's like it's frozen. It makes 2 of us. Put a little bit in here. Maybe that'll go in a little bit easier. It feels very... I guess it doesn't want to go on, but it's going on. There it goes. Then we'll put a little Earl on this end too. Probably be harder going on this end. It looks a little rusty. I think that might be more brass. Put some on this end and shove it in. Now, this goes back this way, so it's a timing issue. I don't know how much timing. Looks like you got, I don't know, that might be too long. Nah, it goes from here down over 2 inches. doesn't go in there. Okay, how'd they do that, guys? Anyway, this I probably need to take. That means I couldn't do this. Got to go in one unit. Well, that's kind of awkward. I guess you guys can see it, and all you guys out there with 318s have probably already been through this. And there's enough oil to get on here. But that's kind of the direction it goes. Huh. That's kind of interesting. The spring is bigger than the hole. Might have to twist it down. The first part of it didn't go in down in there. There we go. You can't see if it feels like it's going down and coming back up though. That's on there now, so one more inch. It's got to be better than what it was. This is going to be a bear. I can see this coming now. I think I better get my little baby screwdriver and start pushing. That's probably a little bit stiffer. I'm just going to be poking that thing in there and cussing. So I think I'll bring you back when I'm done, because again I might have to go put it in the thing because it'll hold it in place. In fact, I think I'm going to do that. So we'll meet you down at the tractor, mower, whatever. Be back in a minute or two. Come along. Well, guys, I got you zoomed in a little bit. I got a feeling this is going to be might be a fight. Might have to do it off camera because of the words that might pop out. I can't see, the light's not in the right spot, and I don't know if you guys are. That's pretty good there. You know, I don't see why that thing. Let's see, this has got to go in this position here. Whew. I think if this was off, you could push that through, but I don't think you could push it through with that pipe on there. Maybe you could. I don't know. I can't even turn that grommet. It's grommet's. There, it's got a little oil on it now. I don't think might be able to pull this whole mechanism up through this. Maybe that's the procedure. Frozen hands don't help, but that ain't going over that too well. I probably should have done it before I put it on that. See if I can get it off. Of course, now I'll probably drop it in the tank. See if I can get this off of here. Ain't nothing strong enough. Oh my goodness. Well, it's coming off. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Whew. Little jobs that you think are going to take a minute just don't always do that. I don't know if I'll get it back through once I get it through there. Yeah, I haven't got it off yet. This might be like watching paint dry. I got paint dry, so I got to figure this procedure out. It ain't no. I think if this rubber grommet, which you can't see at all in here, was new, it'd probably be a little more flexible. You figure that thing is an 87 grommet, so it feels pretty flexible. course, my hands are pretty frozen, so I'll be back in a little bit. I'll get it in, and then I'll go up and get some gas and see if we can't get this thing to run. I hope. It depends. I might just freeze out and say heck with it. So if I come back, I'm back. If I'm not, I'm not. See you. I let it down and the camera went off. So here's what I'm messing with right here. This should be very responsive, and it's not coming all the way back to idle. Now, I don't know if it's in the carburetor. It feels like it's more in the carburetor. I'm going to put some, where's my, oh, my oil already put away. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to cheat. Yeah, just smear a little bit on there. It'll be good. It's still not coming back the way it should. See, it should go right back to idle when, well, maybe I'm not on idle here. Yeah. See how it's not going back? Is that the carburetor? I think it's in the carburetor. Maybe if I get some of that oil, get down in there. Now, see, that should, or maybe it's missing a spring. Nah, that spring there would pull it. So there is a problem here also. It's going to have to be addressed. Maybe it's not coming back because it's the motor's not spinning it. Let's see if it'll start here again. We got choke half on. What time we got? We only got a minute in this video because it just... Alright, well, it might be running out of gas because I had it out of gas. Yeah, there's nothing in there. So it's probably out of gas right now. Let's pull the choke on. Did you see that splash of gas that came out of there? It went right in my eye. It didn't need to do that. Give it a little more. Give it a little more of that. Pushing the choke a little bit. It's flooding itself out. Ah, man, my eye is burning. I'm 2 feet away from that. That sounds pretty good. It's running out of gas though. Choke it. Ugh. I'd say the idle circuit jack's close is probably messed up because I shouldn't have to be choking it. Doesn't sound too bad now. This is where it should be. Take that choke off. Yeah, I think the idle circuit jet's clogged. I'm just choking it with my hand, that's all. Or maybe it's real cold natured. I think I'm gonna have to take the top off that carburetor. Might just be real cold natured, but it shouldn't. Yeah, I think the idle circuit's jet. It's underneath here. Well, that ain't too bad. I'm gonna pull the choke on so nothing can get down in there. I think the idle circuit jet is clogged up in that thing, so I'm gonna have to go in and get to that. This thing is starting to loosen up now. That's a lot better than it was. Now it should go down to idle though. Maybe I'll only do that when it runs, because it's got to have the fan of the whatchamadoogie in there, the fan of the flywheel kicking on it. This thing never did really fill up. I thought it would. It looked like it was pumping pretty good. Anyhow, it's too cold out there. It stopped snowing. I guess you guys can't see that. I shined the flashlight out there. It stopped snowing. But my hands are frozen. Look at that. It's starting to clear off. According to the map, it was clearing off, and we shouldn't have got this little snow squall that we got. So, it was enough to cover up the leaf pile. Anyhow, that's I think tomorrow I got a whole list of things that I want to do, because there's supposed to be a big snowstorm coming in on, I think, Sunday night to Monday. Big snowstorm. Will there be 2 inches here? You know, a snowstorm ain't a snowstorm unless you get over 2 feet. One that you remember the rest of your life. And anybody you ever talk to that lives around here, you talk to the snowstorm of, I think it was 66. And that was a big one that I remember. So, and I think I asked this last year, what is a snowstorm to you? Snowstorm to me is something that you remember the rest of your life. Okay? I don't know what year it was. There was one on President's Day I remember a few years back, and now that had to be, it's probably 30 years ago now. I got no idea. Nah. Trying to think, 96, around 2000 somewhere, there was one on President's Day around here. The big one of 66 was on a Sunday, and at the bottom of my street there was 10-foot drifts. And I remember that one well. Then there was another one that was on a Sunday night to Monday, probably back in the 90s, something 80s, no 80s. I don't know. What is a snowstorm to you guys? Anything under 2 feet is an inconvenience to me. Anyhow, hit the like.